Talebot makes your kid the hero of their story.
Miles Morales and the Multiverse Mayhem, a Spidey adventure. A special bedtime story for Miles Morales. In a quiet corner of Brooklyn, where the city's hum faded into a gentle whisper against the night, Miles Morales, an 8-year-old with a heart full of courage, was tucked in his bed, surrounded by posters of the legendary Spider-Man. His room, a fortress of wonder, was filled with action figures and comic books that told tales of bravery and heroism. One night, as a gentle breeze played with the curtains, a luminous glow began to emanate from beneath his bed. Curious and unafraid, Miles reached down, feeling the strange warmth of a small, spider-shaped device. Suddenly, the room spun, and he was pulled into a vortex of shimmering light and kaleidoscopic colors. Miles landed with a soft thud onto a gleaming cityscape that mirrored his own, yet was distinctly different. Skyscrapers twisted into fantastical shapes, and the sky buzzed with flying cars and floating billboards. A place where the impossible seemed every day. This was the multiverse, where countless realities danced in harmony, each a unique variation of the next. Before Miles could catch his breath, a voice called out from the shadows. "Hey, kid. You're not supposed to be here." Out from the darkness leapt a figure in a red and blue suit, a girl with a familiar mask. She was Spider-Gwen, a hero from another dimension. "Where am I?" Miles stammered, his gaze darting around the strange yet marvelous world. "The multiverse," Spider-Gwen replied, offering her hand. "And you've just activated a Spidey signal. It calls for help across dimensions. My name's Gwen, and we need to get you back before." A thunderous roar interrupted her, and from the sky descended a creature with tentacles of steel and eyes like burning coal. It was a Doc Ock, but not the one from the comics. This one was different, more menacing, more powerful. Gwen sprang into action, her movements a ballet of grace and strength. "Stay back, Miles. This one's dangerous." Miles, though scared, felt something stir within him. A sense of duty, a spark of the hero he admired on his walls at home. "Let me help," he shouted, surprising even himself. Gwen nodded, and together they danced around Doc Ock's furious assault. As they dodged and weaved, Miles discovered he, too, could do incredible things, leaping great distances, sticking to walls, a sense of when danger was near. The spider sense, he thought with awe. Together, they pushed Doc Ock back, but the villain was relentless. It was then that portal opened, and through it stepped a team of spider people, each from a different dimension. There was Spider-Man Noir, cloaked in shadows, Penny Parker with her robot SP//DR, and even Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham. "We came as soon as we got the signal," Moore said, his voice as rough as gravel.
Talebot, tailor-made tales for your child's dreams.
"We have a mission, and it seems you're now a part of it, kid." Gwen explained that a threat loomed over the multiverse, a villain known as the Weaver, seeking to unravel the threads that held their realities together. The Spider-Folk had been chosen to stop him, and now, so had Miles. The Spider People clashed on how to handle the Weaver. Some wanted a stealthy approach, while others urged for a direct confrontation. Miles, though the youngest, felt a solution stirring in his heart. "We can't just fight," he said, his voice small but firm. "We need to understand why the Weaver wants to do this. Maybe there's a way to solve this without fighting." The team looked at one another, considering the boy's words. It was then that Spider-Ham waddled forward, placing a comforting hoof on Miles' shoulder. "The kid's got a point. We're heroes. We don't just bash baddies, we save everyone." With a new plan, the Spider team set out to find the Weaver. The journey was fraught with obstacles, dimensional rifts, minions of chaos, and the unraveling of reality itself. But through it all, Miles kept his heart open, looking for the good in even the darkest corners. When they finally confronted the Weaver, the villain was a figure of sorrow, his actions born from a loss so profound it had broken his world. His tears moved something within Miles, and he stepped forward. "We can help you fix your world," Miles said, his voice echoing with a wisdom beyond his years. "But we have to work together. You don't have to do this alone." Moved by the boy's compassion, the weaver relented. Together, they worked, weaving the tapestry of the multiverse back into place, stronger and more beautiful than before. The Spider team returned to their dimensions, their spirits lifted by the adventure and the lesson they had learned from a young boy. As for Miles, he found himself back in his room, the spider-shaped device now dull and quiet beneath his bed. He lay down, his eyes heavy with sleep, a smile on his face. He had traveled across the multiverse, fought with heroes, and saved countless worlds. And he had learned what it truly meant to be a hero. It wasn't just about the battles, it was about understanding, compassion, and reaching out a helping hand. As sleep claimed him, Miles Morales knew that within him beat the heart of a hero, and that no matter where he was, in his world or 1,000 others, he would always find a way to make a difference. And in the hush of the sleeping city, the gentle whisper of the night seemed to say, "Sleep well, young hero. Dream of the wonders you will achieve."
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.